I'm just going to say right now, that chapter was crazy. My mind's going from left, right, to the middle, up, north, west, south. I'm just going all over the place.
Yeah, man. Oda smacked us for 6, man.
Jesus.
Are we holding a minute silence for Sabo? No, we're not holding a minute silence because he's not dead.
No way.
But before that, welcome back to Konkurosaki Corner. It's your boy Brooklyn back in the flesh.
Exactly.
It's your boy Weevil still on top of the world.
Yo.
I'm your boy Serge, and we're bringing you another chapter review of One Piece chapter 956.
Big news.
Damn
big
right.
news. Big news.
Smash the subscribe button, leave a like, but let's get into it.
Let's go.
Is Sabo dead?
No way at all is he dead. Don't get it twisted. It's a good story. It's a good way to get everyone's attention, but you can't do that. You can't do that.
And you know what? You're playing like Oda's a genius. He's playing on the emotion of Ace.
Emotions, man.
You understand? Like Luffy lost one brother, will he lose another brother? But the fact that we have no visual, that's one reason why we know. Already in this chapter, if you pay attention, there's a lot of gold dust that just kind of takes it away and lets you know that he's not dead. So first of all, if we go to the panels, if you go to where Big News Morgan's, and just please, I ain't gonna paraphrase, 'cause I don't want to ruin his lovely mouth, but Big News Morgan's basically admits his nature of working, and he's the guy that put out this story that's shaken the world, that has Dragon, for the first time we've seen Dragon, have a crazy facial expression. He's like genuinely sweating and got things. So to say, Big News Morgan said that there have been casualties, news of death sells like hotcakes. So that's a great purpose for the story. And then at the end, after he smacks up Mr. Cipher Pol, and at times, I'm a DJ of the written word. I make the public dance with lies, but I decide which lies I publish.
He decides. Do you know what's funny now, yeah? This is what's crazy. He wants to tell everyone Sabo is dead. Why does the world government would rather withhold that information? Would they rather do what they did with Ace? Public execution.
Two things. Okay, so this is where there's a difference between Sabo and Ace, yeah? First of all, Sabo is affiliated. One. But I don't think that plays a big factor.
No, but so was Ace though.
No, but Sabo's a...
No, I'm talking about in the revolutionary state. This is the game going against the world government.
But the Ace is the son of the Pirate King. That's why you got to
Okay.
kill him. Sabo's affiliated with royals.
But
It's a
they
different
didn't
mess.
say that before. They announced that mid-execution.
I know, but they knew.
Yeah, they knew.
This is the
you're
difference.
right.
So that's why
you're
they made
right.
they took it as an opportunity to make a public execution.
True.
Now that we've established that he's clearly not dead, why is he doing this? Now, my personal perspective and my favorite plot is they want to shake the world. The Marines have a purpose. By telling people Sabo's dead, you're going to shake the
But
revolutionary
he's not.
army.
He's doing his own objective though. He's telling them himself.
Yeah, I know, but the world government is hiding him anyway. He can only do that because the world government have
True.
allowed so much.
True.
It goes hand in hand with their behavior. It forces the revolutionary armies to come out into the picture. It forces them to act. It forces them to investigate. Do you understand? They can't be, because the Revolutionary Army for 20 years have been in secret.
So
20 years our time.
Not going to backtrack too much, but similar to how the Whitebeard Pirates had to appear, the Revolutionary now has to come in. Whether it's publicised, whether it's going to be with cameras or not, they're still making them make a move. You're right, 100%.
Question.
Come out of hiding.
What really happened? So we don't know the power scaling of those guys that we got introduced to in the Revolutionary Army. But under the assumption that I think Sabo is at least number 2 or number 3 in the whole Revolutionary Army. So if he's the strongest out of them, God knows who duppied him, who beat him. Like, you're fighting 2 admirals.
Yeah.
And they're going to have unique abilities in and of themselves. Now, many people will say you go to Dressrosa, him and Fujitora went to a stalemate, held his own, but there were different objectives there.
Yeah.
Sabo was hit and run fighting. You know, he wasn't fighting to the death.
He was fighting to defend his younger brother. He was saying, I'm not letting you move. I don't care about fighting you or beating you.
He was holding him off.
There you go.
He wasn't there to knock him out.
And Fujitora still had to downplay his skill set because of the people around him. He couldn't damage anyone around him.
So they're not fighting freely. Greenball seems like another character, and we don't know what his abilities
He
are.
seems like a savage.
But I like what Oda's done, because it would be quite rude to suggest that these revolutionary guys could just hop in there and take out 2 admirals.
Rude enough to say that they still stepped into territory, so they're going to play their part anyway. They're going to cause a havoc regardless.
Now, the 3 of us were walking on the roads of London, and we had a sick, twisted theory that we would love to elaborate on.
Ooh.
Now, we're not saying this has happened, yeah? But hear us out. Brooklyn, do you think Shanks might have been involved in Sabo's downfall?
Well, he turned up at a convenient time, but we don't know what exactly he turned up for. So we previously said that he was there to inform the
Gorosei.
Gorosei of Blackbeard, which he could have. But what if he was there to inform them of an intrusion, maybe Sabo?
Or, the way I'd like to think about this more, I think he was there to discuss Blackbeard because Blackbeard's making some serious moves. However, Shanks is a boss. Like, everyone loves Shanks. We love Shanks. We go back to how he stopped the war, the respect that he commands. He's a true conqueror. But he's still a pirate. And there has to be a reason why these guys entertain him. It's almost like a relationship. There has to be give and take. It's like the Shichibukai. The Shichibukai, once upon a time, were allowed to have free reign, provided they fight for the world government and do jobs for the world government when called upon. Could it be that Shanks is allowed to maintain balance and pursue what he wants to pursue, provided he protects similar interests to him and the world government? Now, what could have happened? There could have been a ruckus. These four are fighting the two admirals. They can't handle it. Shanks, sort it. Why not? It's not impossible. Why would it? So we're going to give you a reason why would it. It would be interesting to give Luffy fuel to want to fight Shanks for more than a competitive reason.
To actually gain an emotional situation where it's not, oh, I admire him. Okay, you're that guy, but you're also the guy that's attacked my brother. It's a whole different situation right there. That's family. Garp said it best when he sat next to Ace. For criminals, I have no sympathy. For family, my heart's mad.
And also, does Shanks even know that Sabo is his brother? Like, a lot of the world doesn't know that.
Sabo only entertains that fact and he only mentions it when it's necessary.
To people close to him.
But even then, he mentioned it to Fujitora when he stopped Fujitora. Or why you getting involved? That's my younger brother. But he only mentioned it out of the fact that the situation. He doesn't have any reason otherwise.
So in conclusion, we know Sabo ain't dead. It's in the chapter. It's just a matter of I hope we can see what's going to happen next week. Now moving on. The next biggest thing. We knew it was going to happen. The Shichibukai have been abolished. They are no more. We have no warlords of the sea. They don't have that diplomatic community and they are now being hunted. But not just by the world government. If you pay attention to that short panel when Blackbeard pops up looking more powerful than ever and he says, "Oi boys, to see if they are going to be picked up by the Marines, I'll just grab them first." Now what's going on here? Blackbeard, as we've seen what he's been doing, he's in pursuit of building the strongest crew. He's recruiting powerful individuals and powerful abilities. Now, the Shichibukai are now in an interesting part because they don't have protection. They have people that depend upon them, a lot of them. Some of them, Boa, she has a...
The island is left alone in the recluse island full of obviously Amazonian women because the protection of the government. But once that protection goes, anyone's free for all to go to the island. She makes a great point though.
Don't fret. They seem to have forgotten why we were Shichibukais in the first place.
It's because we are strong.
So,
cold.
We can see that Kobe's going after Boa, so he's gone after the Pirate Empress. And it's been a standoff what seems like for the Marines in front of all the Shichibukai, and for the most part, you expect each one of them to smash them all. From a personal perspective, and we've been discussing this, I think Blackbeard is going to go to someone, and I think also the admirals, someone strong. Listen, the world government can't be stupid enough to believe that they can send further and expect to capture a Shichibukai. But obviously, there's a limited amount of admirals. God knows what damage Kizaru and Greenball took, or Fujitora took, in the fight against the Revolutionary. I think there would have been damage on both sides. But let's say Kizaru gets involved, two admirals get involved, Sengoku gets involved, someone's going to go for one of the Shichibukai. Now, who will go for who? We can eliminate Edward Whitebeard Weevil because it doesn't serve plot purpose. You can't see him going with Blackbeard, you understand? Because he hates Blackbeard. Blackbeard killed his imaginary father. Buggy's pointless to go for because he's so weak. You know.
But he's influential. That's the only thing about him. Because of the way Buggy works, right? Buggy's been that kind of character. His voice means more to everyone than his actual...
His voice to fodder. I don't think that's the world government.
But in numbers, that's what it was. That's what
true.
It is. Yeah, it's a numbers.
My two likely candidates that they're going for is Mihawk and the Empress. Now, who do I think's gone for who? Personally, I predicted a long time ago, long before we started doing this YouTube channel, I've always said Mihawk has to fall or die. Reason being, the moment Zoro bowed his head and asked Mihawk to train him, them having a one-on-one has been pointless for the title of number 1 swordsman. I've always said the antagonists of the series, the Blackbeard Pirates, their swordsman will somehow defeat Mihawk. Do I think he's better than him one-on-one? I'm not saying that. But we all know the Blackbeard Pirates fight dirty. The way they killed Whitebeard was dirty. It's going to be a gang fight.
Crime.
So I believe the Blackbeard Pirates, and if you look the way Oda's written, Blackbeard's always tried to recruit strong personalities that are blatantly going to say no. He tried to recruit Ace. Ace told him where to go. He's going to try and recruit Mihawk. Mihawk will tell him where to go, but not with that sword. Not with that sword. That sword's fit for our guy, Shiryu, who's just got a power up because now he's invisible.
Yeah.
But on top of that, he ain't going to fight Mihawk one-on-one. I think this is where Mihawk falls in the near future. It makes sense.
You know what would be crazy? If he stabs him in the back. The greatest shame in a swordsman is to stab him in the back.
But this is how the Blackbeard Pirates work.
Grimy as hell.
I think that's what
you
will
can turn
happen.
invisible, come behind him, and leave a mark on his back. Oh, man.
And the Empress goes to impel down.
Man.
As strong as she is, she's not that strong. She's not Admiral strong. And I don't think the Admirals will take a liking to her. It will be a really interesting... You know what? One of her abilities is she can mesmerize men, but she could never mesmerize Luffy because he just didn't see her like that. Send Fujitora, he's blind. Come on, man. I does this. And you know what? He also has a unique ability that could make her just give herself up. If he starts sending
for the sake of herself and then people.
Yeah, like I'm not saying I'm going to picture Boa Hancock getting into a one-on-one fight and getting beaten to a pulp, but I can see her being suffocated into a position where she has to submit. I'm going to protect, because she is an empress that protects her sisters and her people.
It's about her island more than her.
My man lifts up his sword, calls upon his gravity ability. Leave them alone, I'm coming.
Yeah, man.
Alright, question for that. Do you guys think, though, that he will do that knowing her kind of connection to Luffy?
I don't think he cares for Luffy.
He don't care. He don't care for Luffy.
He's against pirates. He's the one that advocated and pushed for the Shichibukai to be brought down.
His will of justice is straightforward. There's no grey areas. You're either good or you're bad. There is dirty stuff going on, as we can mention later on in the whole system, but he himself is in a straight and narrow. If you're a pirate, you're on that side. If you're a marine, you're on that side. Simple as.
Absolutely. But more interesting things happen this chapter. Let's not get away. If we go to the front cover, Beige has banged up some marines as he's arrived at Dressrosa.
Marines are just a couple of pirates.
No, they're marines.
Oh, they are?
You can see by the helmet and the hat on the guy.
Marines, okay.
And what does it say? Does it say, Gang Beige, read it for us,
Gang Beiges, All in My Family, Volume 7. Oi, you mean Lola? I guess you really did find a groom for her.
There you go. So I think he's going to lead us towards Lola and something's going to happen with that.
Yeah.
Now, Big News Morgan's can't fight apparently. He just dubbed the Cipher Pol man.
Do you know what? This is... It really flew over me, but that's crazy. These guys are like... This is Rob Lucci kind of level. We got to talk about how strong they are.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be strong.
They're going to be strong. There's no talking... Yeah, he's an elite level of that fighting, but they're not weak. They're not scrubs.
But at the same time, we should have expected this, because I don't think you can be a guy that can go into all these dangerous places collecting news and not be able to hold your own. Absolutely.
Think twice before you step up to Big News Morgan's. I'm a slave to my pocketbook. But before that, I'm a journalist. He's about the money. Let's be clear. If it's not about the money, he's not interested anyway.
He's the hype man.
He is for real.
Now, we've kind of learned more as to how the Marines, have infiltrated Wano. It's also foreshadowing that the Marines will be coming to Wano, but the cat's been let out of the bag. What's the name of their crew if you can find it?
Top Secret Special Forces Sword Captain.
X-Drake. So X-Drake is a double agent who became a supernova and infiltrated Wano for the sake of the Marines.
This is interesting though. Kobe is a sword member.
Yeah, but he's the captain, so Kobe joined afterwards. So that makes interest. Who else is in sword? How powerful is that little clique?
How much of this information is being leaked out? Because the fact that X-Drake saw CP0 means that they've already got an inkling that their government's already corrupting itself. They don't know what to do with it. That information for them is a bit overwhelming, even though they should really be seeing it in front of their eyes. But
also the fact that he's now relayed information to Kobe that there is an alliance between Big Mom and Kaido, the danger will basically get back to Akainu, who will be forced to act. Because allowing them to actually, we all know they're not going to last, but they, as a government, you can't take that risk. If you allow these two to collect themselves together and then come at the world government, that's why I'm saying the world government, strong forces are coming to Wano. Whether it's towards the end or whatever.
They're gonna send the very best of the best.
They're gonna send. There's gonna be at least 2-3 admirals coming.
100%.
You see a Garp coming in there, some Goku, a lot of people, man.
Remember what I mentioned about Garp?
What did you say? Remind the people that
He might.
hey, it's plausible. I've always said there's no way that we get to the end of this story and at least Garp, Rayleigh, or Dragon don't die. Could be 2 of them, but one of them has to go. And I've always said Garp will die for Luffy's sake. I could picture it. Picture this. Luffy's battered after fighting Kaido. Kaido gets killed by Blackbeard. Akainu comes and he wants to kill Luffy. Garp ain't letting this son go.
Nah. Not after Ace.
Not after Ace and after all Luffy's direct blood. He protects him. That, something like that can happen. You're a traitor, you're going to be beheaded. You're going to die a traitor's death.
Do what you gotta do.
Possible, but not 100%. But it is plausible, man.
All of them gems over there. It's crazy.
So a lot of people are going to come there. What else did we see in this chapter that was of interesting note? We've got, like I said, Mihawk's about to get jiggy next episode. We're looking forward to that. We said Blackbeard, Dolphy's updated with the news. I want to say, I see Doflamingo coming back into this picture. I think Impel Down at some point will be destroyed. They will be destroyed, and a lot of people will get out. But I want to go back to it. I've never seen Dragon look distressed. Like Dragon, his face has gone dark. He almost he's sweating. Like he looks like a man that's going to take action.
First things first, we've got to confirm the situation.
We have to confirm the situation. That is a proactive endeavor. You ain't gonna sit back.
Yeah.
There's only one way. How are you gonna confirm what's happening?
That's exactly what they said. We can't reach any of them. How can we confirm what's going on?
How can you confirm? You have to go there
Directly.
You have to go there. So there's gonna be some kind of clash. Now the interesting thing is, will Oda give us another chapter on this matter next week? Will he give us 2? I'm really rooting for it. What do you think?
I kind of thought they would skip into back to Wano just to give us a little tease, but it does make sense for them to give us another chapter to see the truth.
Another chapter where he's not going to give us anything more than what he's given us today. He's going to give us a little bit more of a taste of we're reaching the islands, or we're going to have a little bit of a scuffle here and there, but nothing as dramatic as what we've been imagining.
We're not going to get what we want.
Exactly.
I think all we're going to see is you're going to see where Blackbeard
this person
goes.
making a move, this person making a move.
You might see the conversation between Blackbeard and one of the Shichibukai. You may see a conversation between one of the admirals and one of the Shichibukai.
Yeah.
If we do see a fight, I likely see a fight between an admiral and Boa. Seeing her give up, that's a bit simpler. It'd be, he's never going to let us see Mihawk fight and lose.
We'll get multiple cliffhangers.
Multiple
cliffhangers.
Crazy.
So I suspect one more chapter.
Definitely.
100%. But guys, let us know what you thought. Please comment down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, do what?
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Don't forget to share the video.
Hit the like button, guys.
Hit the like button.
But from Konkozaki Corner, it is that time. Peace out.